Welcome, everyone. Adam the Woo here. You are cordially invited to spend an evening with Roger Cobb and his friends. Don't come alone. It's my second channel, daily blog channel. It's the Daily Woo, and it is Wednesday, which makes this the Daily Wednesday? And the quote I just summoned out of my mouth to you is actually on the poster for the 1986 horror film classic House. Horror has a new home, I think was also one of the slogans as well. Starring William Catt, who was actually in The Greatest American Hero. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. And I am on the corner of Melrose Avenue and Hillcrest Boulevard. Right there. Melrose Avenue and Hillcrest Boulevard for those of you that are playing along, watching along, either at home or on your smartphones. I'm going to show you the filming locations from the very first House, not the sequel, not House the Second Story, which is actually a very clever name for a sequel, but from the very first horror film classic. The mansion from House itself is right here in Monrovia, California, and it's actually right up here. I'll get a little bit closer before I do the reveal, because this is very impressive, and I do not want to spoil the reveal. Okay, prepare yourself now for the mansion, the home. Horror has a new home, everyone. In 1986 it did anyway. I'm talking about this. The mansion from the horror film House. Ooh. Now that was actually not the music that was used in House. That was music I just added myself. But look at this 1986 classic. It's very interesting because I watched this movie again recently the other night. And in the movie, they actually show a pool off to the side of the house. In reality, there is no pool. So that was a little Hollywood photographic fakery, if you will, trickery. A different location had the pool. But all the exterior shots, and I think the insides inside the foyer were actually filmed inside this particular home. And the neighbor, the Snoopy neighbor who was the big fan of the writer, William Catt was actually the star from Greatest American Hero. He actually lived inside this house. He inherited it from, I believe, his aunt or his aunt. And right in here, they actually had some wrought iron gates. And there was a lot of scenes where he came running out that front door, running around the side. The neighbor, George Wendt, who played Norm in Cheers, actually lived right over here to the opposite side. There's actually one really funny scene when one of the monsters is on the top floor, is in the doorway in the top, and he keeps setting up like video cameras to actually document the scary creature when it strikes midnight. When the clock strikes midnight, this house becomes very haunted and very scary. And he sets up this whole thing. He puts on this whole army uniform. There's all this dramatic music. And then the character comes running down the stairs, slides on his knees right here, thinking no one is around. And the neighbor, the pesky neighbor, played by George Wendt from Cheers, is sitting right here. And that happened right here. That's very, very awesome. There's another scene, too, where he's climbing on the roof, slides down that side of the roof, and then actually goes up inside that little awning right up there. But all of these rooms in the movie were completely haunted. Think about that. This is a legit haunted mansion from the movies. I just realized I'm not wearing my sunglasses, nor am I wearing my Alias Clark trucker hat. But very cool. There were 2 movies in that, which leads me to this question. Which do you prefer, the first House or House the Second Story, as far as your favorite from the, not a sequel, not a trilogy, but a duology? Which would be your favorite of the 2? films. This is awesome. The House from House. Think about that. The House from House, not the TV show about the doctor. The movie about horror. Horror. Is that scary enough photo for you? Horror. 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 Also in the movie, I was watching it the other night, and I thought this was actually a church. Because when they're filming things, you actually notice when they use long angle lenses or wide lenses, things look much bigger than they were, much longer than they were. And I couldn't tell what that building was. It's actually a home, but in the movie, it looks like a church is kind of off in the distance. But that's the same buildings, the same neighbor's house, and the same home that was used in the movie House. And it's actually a historical landmark. You can see the little placard there, City of Monrovia, historical landmark. And from what I can tell, people are living here now, obviously by the cars, but the top up there, that room, which was haunted in the movie itself, is not inhabited. Check that out. No one is actually living up there. There are no drapes, no curtains anywhere on the window. Why is that? Why is that? I do not know. But also, check out how there is no pool. If you're familiar with the film, you will remember there's a lot of scenes in the backyard, and one of the children was supposedly drowned in the movie, actually went to like the nether regions of horror. And William Catt, the character, it's very interesting. He was a writer. He was writing about his time in the military and in the war. I believe it was World War II, if I remember correctly. And he was having flashbacks, and he was a writer, a famous horror film writer. And either his son or his nephew or a small boyhood child that he knew went into the pool and disappeared. So there was this whole weird thing. There was like inside of this house, there was actually a bathroom. And when he opened up the medicine cabinet, it was normal medicine. But when you broke the mirror, he went down into this crazy corridor that was inside that home, in that house. And he actually took this rope and scaffolded himself down the rope all the way down, fell into this huge pool of water, rescued the boy, and then swam in the water and appeared back in the pool that is not next to the home in real life, but it is in the movie. And we lived happily ever after, or at least we thought we did, until the guy who played Bull on Night Court appeared as a zombie World War II guy. Very scary. He was a zombie skeleton, ran all through the house, into the yard. It's quite the movie you should check out. I do not want to give too many spoilers, but you should check that 1986 classic out. As well as you should check this out. Look what I just found. Look what I just found. Look at this. Let me tickle you. Want to be tickled? Are you ticklish? Are you ticklish? Am I tickling you? Am I tickling you? Am I tickling you? What kind of feather is this? What kind of bird? What kind of bird leaves a feather like that? All right. It's a great day. Hope you guys are having a great midweek. The week is halfway done, and I know you guys are excited about that. Not a very busy neighborhood here in Monrovia, California. Leave some comments down below about what you think about the movie House. Not the TV show about the doctor or whatever that TV show was about. I'm talking about the horror film that self-proclaimed aficionados of the horror genre will definitely remember. Part 1 or Part 2, which is your favorite? I will probably be doing a vlog from the locations of Part 2 in the near future as well. Thanks for chiming in on yesterday's vlog about the 30 Days of Disney versus the Theme Park Thursdays. I have not decided if I'm going to do either one of those things, just because I spout out things in the vlogs and don't officially state them. I just like to get your guys' opinions, so thanks for leaving all those comments yesterday. I appreciate all the opinions that you guys leave and the thought processes that you help me actually achieve through these vlogs. Check down below for my t-shirts, as well as go to Spreadshirt.com. They're doing a sale today, I think is the last day, where if you spend more than $30, which is 2 shirts basically, you can get 2 shirts, free shipping anywhere in the world. I do not remember what the coupon code is, but just type in Spreadshirt.com. You can see that coupon code, and then go to AdamTheWoo.Spreadshirt.com. Make sure you put that in before you purchase, the 2 t-shirts, and you will actually get free shipping, shipped anywhere. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Who knows where I will be? I don't even know yet, because this is today, and tomorrow is tomorrow. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yes.